So in this video, I'm going to go over Weight Watchers, WW, which has had made a huge move from 15 cents to almost $1. And this actually took this big hit back on this day on April 9th because of this article here, basically mentioning that they're preparing for bankruptcy. What's interesting is I mean, they're in a ton of debt. Their revenues are going down. They're facing a lot of competition from these GLP-1 weight loss drug companies like Novo, a few others. But the company didn't actually comment on this or basically substantiate the claim. At this point, they are just rumors. And then it made the big initial move here on this day when this 13D came out, showing a stake from this Galloway Capital Partners. And then you can see here in this exhibit, actually exhibit 1, they actually write a letter to Weight Watchers. And I won't go through the whole thing, but they're basically saying that Weight Watchers is not insolvent, shouldn't pursue Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And it even goes as far as to compare it to HIMS, which I'll cover in a second, also made a huge move. Basically think that they could generate a result similar to HIMS, which is trading at 600 times the value of Weight Watchers. They also referenced that they had been involved in RGS. It kind of helped turn that company around. RGS, I believe, is Supercuts. It's a Supercuts franchise. It made this basically this move here off that 13D in that letter. Nobody's really talking about the letter though. I think people saw the 13D and that they acquired shares, but nobody's really mentioned this or the HIMS comparison. But then it made this secondary move here. I actually got kind of lucky. I was long because HIMS. Let me just show that chart real quick. HIMS had a huge move here this morning. It was partnering with Novo Nordisk to offer Wegovy, which is like a GLP-1 weight loss medication. So when it made this move, that's actually when I got long on Weight Watchers. So that was back here. And then they came out with news, which was actually just kind of lucky. And actually, the reason why I sold so quickly, really bad sells, was I was unprepared. I just thought they would start creeping up because of this HIMS comparison here, and then they just released news. So I was like, okay, I'll take it, but I wasn't really prepared for it. But basically, it was this news here, which they're partnering with basically Eli Lilly. It's sort of similar news of the HIMS news to offer this weight loss medication. So in terms of what next. I don't really know. I mean, I made my trade just based on the HIMS comparison and wasn't even really expecting this, as I mentioned. And so I'm not really a valuation expert. You know, this whole sell-off here was attributed to the bankruptcy rumors, which this activist investor is coming in and saying that they shouldn't do that, in which case it could potentially be justified for it to at least be back up, reclaim the move where it was kind of knocked down by those bankruptcy rumors. As far as how far it should go from here, well, they still have to prove that they can turn things around for the company, right? There's still, I mean, nothing else has changed other than what this activist investor is saying. So, I mean, the Weight Watchers is known for it has made some pretty aggressive multi-day moves in the past. This video is already kind of long, so I'm not really going to go through all those, but it's something that I wouldn't really be in a rush to short. I mean, it is from a technical perspective, like even this day generally is a good short, this kind of big gap up on day 3. But it is kind of like a meme, almost like cultish type stock in a very popular sector. So I'm personally in no rush to short this. I'm not necessarily sure I could ever long this again. I was just kind of taking advantage of the HIMS comparison and actually just got kind of lucky on that. But that's it.